Hello, and welcome back to the Pick'em Leagues. I have to do this in a very big hurry because I don't have a lot of time this week. I almost recorded this in my car while I was driving my truck on the way to work. I don't have my truck anymore. Let's get into the picks. Because I do not have a computer screen at the moment that I can share with you, because I got a new PC tower. It's up there. Not everything's connected, so I'm still recording this on my laptop until I can get everything connected and good and going. Woo. Starting off, we have the Seattle Seahawks against the Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks played an amazing game against whoever they played last week. The Cardinals played the 49ers. 49ers. Glad you did what I asked you to and beat the Cardinals. Who did the Seahawks play? Oh yeah, you played the Saints. Congratulations, you beat the Saints by quite a lot. So, in my pick between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals, I'm going to have to go with the Seahawks. Up next, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I honestly could see this game going either way, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a good game. So I'm going to give this one to the Minnesota Vikings just because they completely destroyed the Bengals yesterday. Actually, yeah, I'm going to give this one to the Vikings. Also, the Bengals didn't play yesterday. They played Sunday. This one's going to the Vikings. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders we got the Washington Commanders facing against the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons, you got your butt rocked to sleep on Mama's wagon due to the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to give this one to the Commanders. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills against the New Orleans Saints. I'm not going to talk much about this game. Congratulations, Bills. You're going 4-0. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions versus the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns with a big upset, defeating the Green Bay Packers. Jordan, remember last week when I said you were my new starting quarterback? Remember when I said last week that you were my new starting quarterback? Do better. The Browns have arguably the best defense in the entire league, and they're going against arguably one of the best offenses of the entire league. This one's a very hard choice. My gut instinct is telling me Detroit Lions. However, everything I know, I really want to pick the Browns here. It's very hard for me to pick the Browns here. And the reason being is it's being played in Ford Stadium in Detroit. So I'm going to give this one to the Detroit Lions. But Browns, just know that you almost made the cut for me to say, yes, you're winning this game. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the New England Patriots. The Panthers with a big upset beating the Falcons 30-0 are taking on the New England Patriots, who I don't even remember who team you played last week. I'm actually going to choose the Panthers here. I don't know why. Even though it's being played in New England, I just have a gut feeling that the Panthers are going to do well this game. And I think the Panthers might be able to get it done. It's going to be an interesting game to see, that's for sure. I'm probably not going to even get to watch it. But I honestly think the Panthers have this one, which is an interesting one. So, congratulations, Panthers. You made my pick. Don't mess it up. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers facing the New York Giants. They're facing the Giants, not the Jets. Los Angeles, you beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs beat the Giants. That means the Giants will beat you. Except they're not. They're probably going to start 0-3. Actually, you know what? There's a lot of 0-3 teams I doubt we're going to have a lot of 0-4 teams. I might have to reevaluate how many 0-3 teams I have losing. I'm not going to do that now, because Los Angeles, you're going to be winning this game. If you lose this game, I swear to Lord, please help me. Harbaugh. You don't want to see me when I'm angry. Just ask Joe. Joe Burrow. He made me angry. He'll tell you. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles facing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, I think, has a good opportunity to stay in this game. However, the Eagles have something the Chiefs had last year, and that's dark evil magic in barely winning games. And unfortunately, I think it's going to stay that way for the next while. Like I said, I foresee the Eagles going 8-0 before they get their first loss. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick the Eagles again on this week. And we're going to go on to the next game. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans facing the Houston Texans. Now this one might be a little shock to some people. The Texans played extremely well with Cam Ward against the Colts last week. The Titans are not a bad team. They have a good defense, and they have a pretty decent offense. They're going to be facing the Houston Texans, who don't have an O-line. They have a good defense, but they don't have an O-line, and they don't have a striking offense this year. Both these teams are 0-3. It's going to be played in Houston. And as much as I want to give it to the Texans, unless something's done about the Texans' O-line, it's hard for me to pick the Texans. I'm going to pick Tennessee for this pick, but I would not be surprised if the Texans win. They are a 91% picked favorite. I don't know what the minus 400 plus 300 mean, but the Texans are predicted to win. Like, it's almost guaranteed the Texans win, according to everyone else. I don't see it. I see the Tennessee Titans winning this week. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts facing the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams put up a very good offensive... they played well against the Eagles. Very well. They probably should have won that game. They're going to be taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts! My team. I want to believe in you. I do believe in you. Very much. This is going to be a hard one. Don't lose. I have $3 million riding on the fact that you win this game. If I had $3 million, I wouldn't be sitting here making these picks right now. Colts! You got this. The Rams ain't anybody. And this is going to show everyone that we're an actual playoff contending team. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, he's going to take us all the way. We're going to get a 14-0 start just like we did in 2009. And we're going to make it to that postseason. And we're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And then we're going to choke it all away. I'm thinking of the wrong Super Bowl. Never mind. Was it 2008 then? Nope. 2010? Yep, it was 2010. I knew it was one of them. Colts, you're winning. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars facing off against the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers barely got out a squeak to win out of the Cardinals last week. Unfortunately, they are riddled with injuries, and now that George Kittle, no. Nick Bosa. I said George Kittle and immediately was like, nope, that's wrong. Nick Bosa is unfortunately out on defense. I think this is going to be a close game, but I'm going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars over the 49ers. The 49ers are just riddled with injuries, and Jacksonville's not a bad team. They've got their groove back, and I think going into the 49ers stadium, they're going to take it with their own two hands. The soul out of the 49ers and give the 49ers their first loss. That pains me to say because I'm a Colts fan and Jacksonville needs to back off our heels and let us win this division, but I see Jacksonville winning this one. Because the only time Jacksonville does good is when the Colts do good. Gonna steal this division right from under our hands. I know it. Congratulations, Jacksonville. You win. Next up, we got the Baltimore Ravens facing against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens lost to the Lions last week. Completely got that pick wrong. They're going to be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs got their first win last week against the Giants, like 22-9. I think it was that. I didn't watch the game. It was late at night, and I had work. I don't really have much to say, but I think the Ravens are going to go into the Chiefs Stadium and beat them. And Zay Flowers, please do good. You are on my fantasy football team. Thank you in advance. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. I don't remember your game. Oh. You lost against the Commanders by a blowout. You're going to be facing the Chicago Bears, who beat the Dallas Cowboys last week. Bears, you came through. Thank you so much. I can gladly say that I can now pick you with confidence again. And that I will no longer, this season, be threatening excommunicado. I'm going to have to pick the Bears on this one. I've picked the Bears 4 weeks in a row. Going on to 5. Oh my gosh. No, going on to 4. The Bears. The Bears. Don't disappoint me. You're still on the hot seat. Just less. If you lose against Las Vegas, Max Crosby, it's the only person you should be worried about. Just hold the O-line. Let Caleb Williams do his job. Congratulations, Bears. You made the cut again. Don't disappoint. Next up, we got the Green Bay the Green Bay Packers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Green Bay! Jordan. I asked you very kindly, as my new starting quarterback, to do good against the Cleveland Browns. And you went and lost your game after I gave you my starting position. Don't do it again. You're going to be facing the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. Dak Pickscott. I don't know if he's been throwing picks. I don't really pay attention to the Cowboys. I'm just happy they keep losing. Green Bay, I'm picking you because I don't like the Cowboys. Don't disappoint. Next up, we got the New York Jets versus the Miami Dolphins. Miami and Jets are both an 0-3 team, meaning one of these teams will get their first win of the season, unless they tie. And that's what I'm voting for. This game's going to end in a tie. However, I have to choose one. So, if I'm going to give the edge to any one of these teams, I'm going to give the edge to the New York Jets. As much as I want to pick the Miami Dolphins, because I've seen the Jets play, I've also seen the Miami Dolphins play. I have a feeling this game will end in a tie. At a total of 9 points each. Total of 18 points, 9 points each. Jets! Congratulations, you made the picks. And finally, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Denver Broncos. Broncos have one of the best defenses in the league behind the Cleveland Browns and another team I am completely spacing on the name of. It's the ones with the lightning bolts, the Chargers. And maybe the Texans. The Texans haven't been doing so hot, though. The Bengals, Joe. I believed in your protege, Jake Browning. And he failed. So did the rest of your team. Your defense, there's no defense. 2, 3, an amount of fumbles recovered by the Vikings. Jamar Chase scored me very little points. Jamar Chase, you're on the hot seat. I will find someone to replace you. I don't want to, but I will. I've already started looking. Don't disappoint. But with that being said, I'm going to have to give this one to the Denver Broncos, who I am also starting their defense. Denver, get me points. If the Vikings can do good against the Bengals, then I know you can do good against the Bengals. This one's up to you. Those are my picks. Once again, we shall go over them. This week, we have the Seattle Seahawks, the Minnesota Vikings, the Washington Commanders, the Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers, Los Angeles Chargers, Philadelphia Eagles, Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville Jaguars, Baltimore Ravens, Chicago Bears, Green Bay Packers, the New York Jets, and the Denver Broncos. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know why I went creepy this video, but we did. I also have realized that I did not tell you what our total record was for last week. I believe I went a number, and I can tell you in a minute. Oh, wait. I forgot that I'm not logged in. Give me 5 seconds, and I can tell you. Last week, I went an 11-5. 5 upsets. Green Bay. Bengals. You weren't really an upset. You just upsetted me. Falcons. Oh my gosh. New York Giants. That wasn't an upset. I just didn't want to see the Chiefs win. And the Ravens. That brings our total record to 36-12, ranking me 52,000th out of a lot of people. Thank you so much for watching. And I will do this again next week. Bye.